Thomas Jefferson bought this big chunk of land in the last lesson, the Louisiana Purchase, paid $15 million for it, and now he's curious about what he actually got with that purchase. So he sends two guys, Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, to go explore. They're going to start in St. Louis and they're going to follow the Missouri River. They cross the Rocky Mountains, and this journey is really, really tough. They end up almost dying and starving to death, but they get their lives saved by a Native American woman named Sacagawea. So after they explore all the way across the country, they're taking notes the entire time. They're able to come back and tell the president everything they discovered, figuring out, all the different types of animals, the best way to travel, the paths that were already there. So this is going to become very valuable to people who want to expand west and start to explore farther, because they are laying the tracks for everyone else to follow. In 1805 and 1806, another explorer named Zebulon Pike was exploring some more parts of the Louisiana Purchase, a little bit farther northwest. He was trying to find where the Mississippi River started. Zebulon Pike makes a mistake, and he ends up trespassing into some property that Mexico owns. So when he trespasses into Mexico's property, they arrest him, and he's put in jail for basically trespassing, and Spain holds him there. Okay, so now during Jefferson's term, we've had some trouble brewing with France and Great Britain for a while now. Remember, France felt cheated because we didn't help them fight. In Great Britain, we fought a war with them not too long ago. But Great Britain and France are all-out war. And Napoleon, the leader of France, he's won almost every battle he's had. He's an excellent military leader and has a very powerful army. He's conquered everyone who he's fought against. So the United States decides to stay neutral. And neutral means to stay out. Instead of getting involved with the fight, we decide to make some money off of it, and we sell weapons to France and Great Britain. So we basically say, we're not going to take sides, but we'll sell weapons to you and to you. Neither France nor Great Britain likes this. They're not going to want us to sell weapons to their enemies. So France doesn't want us selling weapons to Great Britain, and Great Britain doesn't want us selling weapons to France. So what happens is a lot of times our ships that are going to France get captured by Great Britain, and our ships that are going to Great Britain are getting captured by France. So both of these countries set up blockades to basically stop us from selling anything. Thomas Jefferson knows that Great Britain and France both need to buy supplies from us. So he tells the American merchants, he said, you know what? Keep your ships home, and if you wait long enough, they're going to have to come to us, and they're going to stop attacking our ships. So he's hoping this will force the British people and the French people to be more peaceful with us, and unfortunately, he's wrong. But Congress passes this law called the Embargo Act, and it makes it illegal for us to trade with these foreign countries. So Thomas Jefferson calls this peaceable coercion, which basically means this is a peaceful way to force somebody to do what you want. This fails completely, and a lot of these American merchants end up losing a lot of money. So what happens? These people are losing money because the president told them they can't sell anything, and they decide, you know what? I'm going to sell my stuff anyway. I got bills to pay. So what happens? President Jefferson realizes this is a failure, and he repeals the Embargo Act. So Judiciary Act in 1789 set up the Supreme Court, and John Adams chose a guy named John Marshall to be the Chief Justice, which means he's the highest judge in the country. Marshall was mainly self-educated and didn't have a lot of law experience, but he was wealthy and well-connected. Under John Marshall, the Supreme Court had a couple of important cases, and the main thing that they did during this time that was important was they set up the precedent of checks and balances. And what that means is they made it so one branch of the government cannot be too strong. The president can't overpower the legislative branch. The legislative branch can't overpower the judicial branch. There's a couple of important court cases that happened during this time. There's one called Marbury versus Madison. And what it said was the government had to clearly explain the law. If they didn't clearly explain the law, how could they expect people to follow it? Another one called Fletcher versus Peck and McCullough versus Maryland. Those were both important because it basically said that the Supreme Court can get rid of any law that violates the Constitution. Okay, guys. So now what you need to do, you are going to finish up this worksheet for Chapter 8, Lesson 5, and we're going to start getting ready for a test.